sadly true is this? I saw it on a friend of mine's story the other day, and it's so important it has to be shared. So let me read it to you. It says, "I'm really sick, doc. Can you heal me?" "No, but I can offer you drugs that treat the symptoms. However, they won't cure the root cause." Did you hear that? They will not cure the root cause. And you'll have to refill your prescription once a week. That's great. Are there any downsides? Yes, the side effects may cause other illnesses, but don't worry, we have drugs for those too. Now, isn't this what's going on in the world today? We start with one pill, then we end up with another and another, which, hey, Big Pharma's happy to hear that. Now, a lot of these diseases that we're going to the doctor for have one root cause, and that's insulin resistance. And that is something that is completely in our control. But do you even know what insulin resistance is? Well, follow me down this rabbit hole as I explain. And look, if you're over here like Whitney, I do not have insulin resistance. I don't have that belly fat or skin tags or skin discoloration. This is where you could be wrong. Because first of all, 1 in 3 American adults do have insulin resistance. Secondly, there's many other signs. Are you hungry all the time? Are you craving sugar? Are you tired? Are you overweight? For women, do you have PCOS? Or for men, do you have erectile dysfunction? Because those are all signs of insulin resistance. Okay, so if we're going to understand what insulin resistance is, we have to first understand what is insulin. Insulin is a hormone that's released from our pancreas. So when we eat food, that food breaks down into glucose and enters our bloodstream. That then sends a signal to the pancreas to release the insulin. The insulin, as you can see here, is the key to letting in the glucose. Once that glucose enters our cells, the cells then use it for energy or they store it for later. But what happens if we're insulin resistant? If we're insulin resistant, those cells are not opening up their doors to allow the insulin or the glucose in. So our pancreas continues to make more and more and more insulin until it pushes that insulin and glucose into the cell. And this is what insulin resistance is. And that leads to all of those signs and symptoms that I showed you earlier. And eventually it leads to prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. Now remember, insulin resistance can be reversed. So don't get distraught if this is where you're at today. Just work on eating a little less carbs. Let's work on intermittent fasting, doing the research necessary to get yourself back on track.